Alright, we're back for round two, and certainly playing first. And yeah, this hand's pretty keepable, I think. This is not our most powerful 3-drop to just run out, and we don't have the madness for these guys that makes them an actual good card and not fucking, what's their name, hounds? What is it, purebloods? Something pure, Thraben purebloods and not Thraben purebloods with a sometimes relevant creature type. Ooh, that's a good one-drop. But unfortunately, its power comes from a realm where dead weighting it is not the best play. Although, our Kindly Stranger's looking pretty good here. We're gonna have enchantment and artifact creature probably in their graveyard pretty quick. But yeah, we're not gonna dead weight the 1/2. That's not the most efficient way to play. All right, we will take our 1 damage though. Such is life. White green, okay. And that guy I think we will deadweight, right? Although not playing nothing here is pretty meh. So I think what we actually do is run out the Kindly Stranger just as a 2/3 that can block, and then next turn we can Wicker Witch and deadweight. It risks our Kindly Stranger potentially dying. Like if he attacks into it, we definitely don't block because he has a trick. But if he doesn't, or if he wants to bluff, 3 damage bluff won't hurt us that badly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if this is a bluff, this is too punishing for us if it's not a bluff. So like I said, we'll take our 3, and I can just deadweight this guy next turn. Alright, and Dauntless Cathar. Okay. Okay. Scrutiny's pretty good in the long term for playing around stuff, but alright, we managed to do things mana efficiently without being too far behind, so yeah, and despite the fact that it'll give him a flyer, we probably trade our Wicker Witch for the Dauntless Cathar here, because that gets us a lot closer to Kindly Stranger being on. And having to play this before it's on, it's kind of risky. It gives him a lot of time to find a way to get rid of it without too much. Okay. Well, if he's got whatever trick he's still got it, but I want the Wicker Witch in the graveyard anyways. I'm not going to take 4 here, I don't think. Because I can always, if he did use his trick here, or if he was just bluffing the whole time, I could always just Scrutiny next turn and handle things that way. And he's just going to Spirit Token right away. Alright. Uninvited Geist is pretty good here. Yeah, passing and just holding up Scrutiny would be awful, so do I want to just I think swinging with Kindly Stranger is a little questionable, so I think we're just going to play the Geist and say go. And I will block the 1/2 with the Geist and see if he's got the trick again. I don't care too much from that perspective. If we draw our lands, we'll have a much bigger flyer than a 1/1, so I think I can survive the Spirit Beats for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty legit, though. That's something. 3 damage a turn is a lot scarier than 1. So we're going to take some damage here, but okay, maybe a Uninvited Geist is getting in here. Well, it's that, or we play. Yeah, leaving Scrutiny up actually isn't all that good here, so. But I will have it up for the attack, and I'll just swing with Kindly Stranger. I don't think there's much he can do here. He could have Pack Guardian, I guess. Yeah, I think he is, but I'm just going to Scrutiny the Pack Guardian if he blocks the Stranger with it. No. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, there's also that. But what I can do here is just Scrutiny one of his guys. And then Delirium flip this. And if he wants to just put the Griff Spoon back on the Spirit next turn, he can do that, but we'll at least force him to spend the mana if we're losing our Stranger here. That's a shame, because that was avoidable, I suppose, but and not having the twins down isn't great for our long-term clock, but oh well. Still, you're doing a little something, and we're 2 lands away with a clue from Moondrake, so we just have to survive long enough to get our very big flyer down, and his less big flyers become much less of a threat pretty quickly. Alright, and that guy's going to transform. This basically assures us we have the long game. The 3-3 unblockable, because not only will we be able to stop his flyers, we'll have this guy beating down, which is very hard to stop unless he's got like a Bound by Moonsilver or something. Although I suppose, or another Silver Strike. But, alright. I think that's alright for us, I think. The question is, he's got 2 cards in hand. If he puts the Griff Spoon back on, that's probably honestly pretty good for us. Yeah. Just a shame that like we got rid of the Griff Spoon creature, but it doesn't really stop the actual threat of that card. Like the Thraben Inspector with Griff Spoon is not something I would really want a Kindly Stranger. Under most circumstances, right? But if we're gonna lose the card anyways. Although we kind of 2-for-1'd ourselves by oh, and he does have the Bound by Moonsilver. Lovely. Just as I mentioned earlier, his deck seems pretty damn good, this our opponent here, but he's only getting in for 1 this turn, which is good in its own way, because it gets us a little closer to Drake's being online. That's another thing. Would I rather pop Clue? I think I just want to play the twins here. I don't see whatever we draw off Clue being that much more mana efficient or powerful than Twins with Mauer State in our decks, so we'll play our Thraben Purebloods and like it, god damn it. Yeah, and then it's possible we just crack this if we don't draw our 7th land to try and draw our 7th land for the turn after. But like if we crack this turn and drew our 7th land this turn, then it's like kind of questionable how efficient our turn is. Like it certainly gets us this on the next turn, so a turn quicker potentially. But we literally do nothing this turn. And then we could draw a spell. We could draw like another one of our 5-drops, and it's just fucking terrible, right? Or we can just draw a spell that does something, but it's less game impactful than our 3/5, like just one of our 2/2 drops or some shit. I think that's alright to do there. Our opponent is not low on gas though, which is a little concerning. Okay. That's not flying yet, which is very good news for us. And still no power boost from the Griff Spoon, so we're only at 10. We could be lower. Okay, deadweight here's pretty good. I'm going to crack Clue first. I think this is my only double blue, so Ghoulsteed, there's another 5-drop, as mentioned, but I'm going to just deadweight this guy, I think. Gets us in for 3 here, and it means he doesn't have potentially another flyer, or just the fact that he could untap and put the Griff Spoon on it, right? It saves us, and then, you know, I could slow him another Griff Spoon mana down, turn of Griff Spoon mana down by deadweighting it then, but I take another 3 for that privilege, and I think our life total is a little more important than hampering our opponent's mana efficiency here. Alright. Okay. That's pretty decent. We do block it very easily, though. Oh, and there's our... Okay, well, I'm just going to... It's actually pretty funny. Do I want to give these guys flying on? I think I just give them flying, but it actually makes it, rather than what it usually does, make it so your opponent can't block. Here it makes it so he can block. But if he does want to block, I'm cool with that, I think. And we now have our Griff Spoon stopper on the field. Alright, 15 points. of life total remaining, which is not as long as it might seem. Just kind of sucks that if he swings with Gloom Widow here, I kind of have to block it. But it's, could just pump. Although I think most of the relevant pumps would just end with us trading, which is, well, it's still pretty bad because we really need... Yeah, if he Griff Spoons that, then... Well, it still only has 5 still. Oh, right. He can just do that. Shit, I forgot how fucking good this card is. Wow. That's pretty disgusting. Okay. We'll take our 5 here. Yeah, I forgot. This card is actually just absurd. Wow. I mean, it's not like we can really play around that better, right? I mean, if we draw, I think we're just still, like, dead here. Hand that. So you can just pitch a card next turn to... Yeah, I think we're just dead here because he can just block. Even if we somehow had another flying blocker, he can just tap it down. And, yeah, if we draw a bounce spell, it's still, like, we're too far behind. Yeah, I'm just going to concede this. We are pretty dead. That's a shame. So I think we have a very good chance of winning this game if Bound of Moonsilver is just a rest or pacifism, but it's significantly better than that. So I forgot about that, but that you can move it in this instance. But even if I had remembered, I think we're kind of equally as fucked. Like I can't just not play the 5/5, right? We don't really have... We are not the best colors at enchantment removal, eh? So against his deck, I actually think I am going to make this swap. I think the 3/1 on the ground is like... He has like spirit tokens and stuff. This is bad at trading, which is its usual goal. And we're not the aggro for getting with the 3/1. And I think he's got enough little guys that this could be relevant. So, alright, we're going to do that. And I'll see you guys in game 2. Alright, we're going to play first once again. This is a lot we can do with one swamp. This is a lot. But keeping a one-lander, oh my god. This is like one of the best possible one-landers, but it's still a one-lander. I don't think I can keep a one-lander. Okay, I can play this guy and then discard. I guess not terrible, but it's a one-lander with a lot of cards involving discarding cards from your hand. I think we have to mulligan it, as powerful as it might seem. Well, this is immediately much weaker, but much more secure in a longer game. Okay, I will keep this actually. That's a pretty good card for potentially dealing with his early drops, right? So, all right, and no one drop this time. Nice to see. All right, yeah, we'll run this out. Yeah. I mean, that's one of those hands where that first one I mulliganed where you kind of wish on Magic Online they let you do the old confirmation bias poke afterwards, because I mean if we just had like 2 or 3 lands off the top there, that hand is pretty insane. But in fact, I probably would have kept it had we been on the draw, but we weren't. So yeah, playing Reckless Scholar here is like so powerful that the other thing is, do I just want to kill this now? But I can kill this at any time later. Really, even though I might have to be afraid of a pump it, I'll take at least our 2 here, and then if he doesn't hit 4th land drop, it's a pretty easy Giss's Bidding to just block this guy off the loot. So yeah, we'll just take our 2 here. And he's tanking. Oh, we know he's got multiple 3 drops at least. But okay, that guy's pretty decent. We can always just double block. Well, here we're definitely, I think, just looting out the Giss's Bidding. So, and potentially with, and passing the turn here actually looks less suspicious because we have this, right? So there's not really the best. He's got the 4th land now, so. Oh, but he's okay. Well, in this case, he's probably putting it on this guy. If he puts it on this guy, we just yeah, okay. But we're at least going to get this guy with Giss's Bidding then this turn, presuming he still attacks with it. Yep, okay. The rats here are pretty good as well. They're gonna get okay, but yeah, we get this, and he's tapped out. And I think we are still going to trade 1 with this guy. Even though we can get rid of it easily with Explosive Apparatus, it saves us 2 damage here, and it only costs us half a card, right? So, like we wouldn't want to like give this guy double strike and just take a whole bunch more damage in return from, even though we could Apparatus him. And there's a dead weight, which is pretty good. I can just dead weight and kill either one, or I can just dead weight and make this guy an 0-1. I'm thinking, it's probably still better, though, to just play our Ghoul Steed, because he can't get through that, at least at the moment. Yeah, I think I just like playing the Ghoul Steed here. And then, yeah, I'll probably still loot. Even though we do want all the cards in our hand, I'd certainly pitch the rats for a better spell, and I'd definitely want to get land off the top here mostly, although we do still have a 7-drop waiting in our deck, which is relevant. But yeah, this just blocks his guys unless he has a card to get it out of the way, so. Okay. The manga. He's got a lot of dudes. Well, if he wants to flip the manga, we can just kill it with... Oh, I forgot to loot. It's bad. Bad. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to play the rats here. And then... rather than try and... Yeah, rather than slam down another 2-drop, I think I'll just leave this open so I can Apparatus if I have to, or I can just get rid of another land while getting a land into my graveyard. And I'm definitely looting here. This guy's a pretty fine 2-drop to loot away, because he still has some value there. Like, if he tries to transform this, like now or something, even though you usually do on your opponent's end step, but then I'll Apparatus that, or if he plays something sick, I'll Apparatus that, but if not... Okay. Do I just want to kill this 3-1? Before he can cast a non-creature spell? It's probably better to just kill with... This is probably a better target to kill with Deadweight, though, to be honest, so... Huh. Okay. That's not bad. We'll hang on to that and potentially use it to just get 2 things back and whatever. Yeah, let's just crack this and get another swamp, I suppose. Yeah, because this is just rather... I mean, there's like one... There's that Investigate pump spell. Yeah, we can just deadweight this pretty easy. And in fact, now that we have 2 deadweights in our hand, I think I'm going to go ahead and go for that. And in terms of doing anything else, I think I am... I could attack this, but then he could just block here. But am I okay? I think I'm okay with that if he blocks there, realistically, right? Even though we kind of want the Death Touch. He's not getting this guy for now, so... He got some rules, so okay. Let's do this. And then if he tries, yeah, whatever. If he wants to trade it for the Gossip Mongers, sure. And he does not. So I could bring the School Caller's Apprentice back, but I think I just want to have this in case he tries to flip on his on our end step here. And he does try and flip. R.I.P. Alright, and we only have one creature in there, which is... Oh, okay, that guy's... Oh, no, wait, he's... At being here. Okay, so I can still deadweight that. Good, 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 because otherwise this could take over the game pretty quick. Oh, and there's our Kindly Stranger. Sweet. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Macabre Waltz here, I think. That's okay. We don't have to really get back our Gold Caller's Apprentice that bad, because we can just remake him. But we'll be efficient with our mana here and get rid of that guy this way. And then... If I play this, I'm going to... playing that land's not great because we miss out on a turn of looting, but I still think I'm going to play this land to get us closer to our 7-drop, and then just bring out a 2/2, and then next turn we can, like, we have 6 mana, so we can Kindly Stranger, activate Kindly Stranger, get this guy out of the way, and start getting in for a decent bit of damage, so. I mean, I suppose it's still probably technically correct to loot here. Even though there's no cards in our deck, really, that are better than Kindly Stranger here. Okay, Perish Blade. I can't imagine a card being better than Kindly Stranger, but... Oh, this is so bad. This is so terrible. Alright. Never looting this way again. No, can't. Alright. I don't know why I did that. Alright, well, there's another removal spell. Okay, well, yeah, let's play our Kindly Stranger. And if we get rid of this, how good are our attacks? He just 4/5s it up. And this card's a pain in the ass, actually, against our Ghoulsteed. Our attacks are not that good, it turns out. But we can keep attacking with this thing. Well, I guess since we're not going to attack really here, we'll just leave up our Kindly Stranger. And yeah, that was pretty bad with the Twins last turn. I just probably should not have looted there. I guess right now the plan is to get him with the 1/1 Skulk forever, but I don't know, just the onboard Kindly Stranger basically means he can't hurt us anytime soon. Pale Rider, so... Well, I could throttle these guys now, and then be able to play Pale Rider without worrying. But I can't do that this turn anyways, so I think it's going to be the same plan here. We'll just leave throttle up, and we'll see what we want to do here. Nothing, eh? Do I just want to throttle? Okay, if I throttle these guys and transform Kindly Stranger, then our attacks are actually kind of decent, so... And I actually I'm not going to loot again here. Okay. Here, I'm probably... Yeah, we'll just play the swamp so we can do our 7-drop. Then we're going to transform this. Killing this. Which he's not particularly close to Delirium, so... And then we can play our Pale Rider for no loss, and then this turn we can start getting in there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I expected him to just trade a 3/2 up. That's fine, though. He's still taking a lot of damage if he chooses to play it this way. And if he double blocks the Horse Secretary, I actually probably just keep this guy in my hand to discard to reap. Or, well, maybe not. This guy's a 3/3 is probably still fine-ish. I know. I haven't used the looter the best this game. but aside from that, I've been... Alright, so just like that. That's okay. He's taken 9 here. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh. Of course. Right. Well, it's taken a little less because of that, but I think I still play the 3-3 out here. Rather than holding, because of all the work I've gone through to play him anyways, rather than holding to bring back the Ghoul Steed. But now we do have an interesting situation where we might not want to loot away lands. We might just rather want to hold on to them for Ghoul Steed purposes. I'll think about that. Yeah, discard 2 and okay. Okay, and our opponent did not do anything. Okay, well, I'm going to hold this land. And we're going to get in with all these guys. Once again, I don't mind trading the 3-3 here, if he wants to trade with the 3-2. Alright. And he's trading, okay. And, yeah, not playing this land. I'm thinking I want the Ghoul Steed back at this point, so I'm not going to loot it either. That guy's shit if you're not... The guy's a pretty poor card if you're not either doing some human synergies with him or... ooh. Well, we just rather play this than bring the Ghoul Steed back, so... but I guess he can trade it off for our rats, which... If I were him, I'd probably do that here. But we're not going to not attack with our rats because of that. That's just like letting him tap without discarding a card. Okay. Well, he can tap these guys down, but they're still coming out. Why I didn't just give these guys flying? This is like the fucking third or fourth. Well, we've only played 4 games, so I think we've played them in like every game though. So I think it's the 3rd time out of these 4 games that I haven't given something flying pre-combat, and the game I gave something flying, it wasn't particularly relevant. So, all right, that's if you had to draw a 1-drop late game, it's certainly better to draw this guy than this guy. All right. Well, you know what I've... It's actually not really a net downside to loot, is it? Because even if I'm putting this land in... Well, no, I'm still going to miss it. Yeah, okay. Because I'd want to... Alright. This is terrible confirmation bias playing, but... made... Okay, so he's going to discard just that plains he's been keeping in his hand to tap our Moondrakes. That's fine. I think I'll swing with just the rats this turn. Sure. I don't want to give him the flying blocker, really. So, okay. Yep, that's fine. And we'll bring the Ghoul Steed back, so we'll have more threats than he can inefficiently tap down. Yeah, but basically what I was thinking was that, you know, even if we want to hold, like, it's still probably better to loot away our lands and just discard other cards to Ghoul Steed if we need to get through our deck faster. And I probably should have been playing that way, but because I drew 2 lands, suddenly it looks like it was good to do things that way. All right, this is actually pretty... He has another thing to hold on to, but I think we... No, there's no real point in deadweighting this guy now. Oh, okay, he just gave us one. There's no real point in deadweighting this guy now, because if he blocks or whatever, like, Ghoul Steed can still come back, and if he was just going to discard a card to tap this, I'd rather actually deadweight the flyer so this guy can get in at some point. But yeah, we will go to sideboarding, and I don't think change anything up. That worked out pretty well there. Even if we never got to know if we would have lived the dream with the 1-lander. But yeah, we're going to try this again in Game 3. Okay, and our opponent has chosen to play first. Well, this is another 1-lander with multiple deadweights. And we are on the draw this time, but I still think I mulligan this. 1-landers are not smart. Alright, this is another mediocre, lower power level hand, potential power level hand with Warped Landscape. It's just working like the last one. I will keep this, I think. I like bounce spells. Yeah, this is another mediocre-ish hand with Warped Landscape, but we got a deadweight again, so... Or no, wait, we didn't even have dead. We had the we got another thing to deal with 2 power creatures. And if we can wait until it's on turn 4 and we're attacking with Niblis of Dust, we'll get in for an extra point by dead waiting. Oh baby, Kriegasm. Or we can just bounce something on turn 4. You know, we got some options. Okay. I probably deadweight that guy, I think, because that's actually a potential problem for our hand. We can bounce him, but like, yeah, when he flips, and I can't kill him when he flips, so I think we just do this now since we're not really doing anything else this turn anyways. And I mean, we have 3 deadweights, right? So that's by far the most hilarious component of our deck to me. I don't know if I've ever had so many deadweights. Okay, that annoying ass guy again, so couldn't have deadweighted him anyways. Well, ripping more lands here is not great, but we will still run out our Niblis rather than just like bouncing him and wasting the turn, and we'll take our 2 here if he wants to swing. Although I presume he does. Yep. We can probably get him back for 2, and then if we have to bounce something he plays here. Okay, well, would have liked to deadweight that as well. More deadweight, please? No. Alright. I guess we bounce this. Well, bouncing it actually doesn't do that much, huh? Like, it's probably actually better to bounce this guy, because it makes him use a little more mana. Sure, let's... Either way, they're not attacking next turn, so... I think rather than waiting for his turn and trying to see if he griff spoons or something, I'd rather just get in with an extra damage here. Maybe it might have been worth considering to trade this for that guy, actually, but we can think about that next turn, I guess. He's not going to have 4 creatures this turn, barring something a little silly. Oh, we both got a lot of lands, but I got 3 lands in hand. I have to imagine at least one of those is spell. Oh my god. Well, I guess we warped landscape here to try and make sure we don't draw any more lands. But yeah, I will trade my Niblis for his Henry Militia Captain here. Maybe I should have just been playing that way all along and hung on to the... Yeah, probably wasn't worth the Alright, probably wasn't worth using the Just Wind. If he's got a trick, he's got a fucking trick, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Probably wasn't worth kind of blowing the Just the Wind just for an extra 3 points of damage there. Alright. Okay, we've only got 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. We've only got 8 lands left in our deck. Hey, there it is. Woo! Come on. I think if like even like one of these had been a relevant spell, I would have had a very good chance of winning this game. Because we've done pretty well with just the spells we have. Or if well, Just the Wind saved us 2 damage. I probably would have just used it similarly. Like if I somehow hung on to my Just the Wind at this point, I would have just used it there to save me 2 damage. So, okay. These guys can block his guys, actually. That is pretty decent. And I'll play 1 more of our lands, and then hang on to the rest of them for the foreseeable future. Okay. He's still... Yeah, all his delirium... I don't even know if his deck... We've seen Silver Strike, which is... We've seen Instants. We've seen an enchantment, but an enchantment you kind of want to get out of your graveyard, to be honest. We've seen an enchantment, and I'm just going to kill this guy. Yes, we've seen... you see, if Delirium was more of an actual concern, I guess I would have killed the Drifter there, because it could fly, and maybe I still should have, but like I was saying, I don't even know if his deck can turn on Delirium without discarding lands to his tapper. Okay. It's also fine. I feel like the last card in his hand is land, just the way he's been playing. Like, I don't think the type of deck he's been playing is one that would be holding on to his guys here, so think I'll wait. I don't think I want to just Jace's Scrutiny to be a 4-mana cycle here. I don't think that's great. Okay, here I'm definitely going to block because I have the Jace's Scrutiny and probably avoid whatever blowout he thinks is coming for me. Yep. It's going to be indestructible, so it's not like I kill it this turn, but we still do this. And now I am much happier just cracking this clue on end step. Thank you for letting me use my card that I thought was going to be an unusable combat trick. I appreciate that. Alright. It's a 1/3 indestructible reach. So we don't actually get to kill his guy, but he would have never attacked if it would end with his guy dying, so. Alright. Don't target clues. Now I'm so used to that looter. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, baby. Alright. Well, Reckless Scholar here is something that makes all these lands in our hand. Alright, I guess. I think, yeah, I'll play one of these. Just be a little less, if only our opponent knew just how flooded we were. But yeah, we're just holding things down until we draw, I think, the Drakes at this point. I think that's our best finisher. We don't really have too many other, flyers, to be honest. We have that 2/1 flying prowess, and I guess Ghoulsteed is semi-legit as a finisher here, right? But, okay. This is good. I can go for that. I think we, just hang on to that for now. Maybe I should have, yeah, with what I have in hand, it's probably worth main phase looting there, so definitely should have done that, but. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, he can give humans double strike, so this guy, so we have to block this guy, but we can still trade. No, I should probably just apparatus this guy, and then I can take 4. Then I can block here and there. Or probably the other way around, so we don't. Okay, well, let's, I'm gonna wait to see if he does use it on this guy, and then I'll kill. Okay. Yes, so we're gonna have to trade away our looter here, because I'm not taking all that damage. Then I presume he's gonna give one of his guys double strike here. He should give it to this guy. I think that's what he's doing here. No, he is. Okay, well, that makes my decision very easy. I mean, he gets a clue, but he can't even crack it this turn unless he plays that, what I presume to be a land he's been hanging on to in his hand. And that ability goes nowhere. Oh, and fuck! Okay, good. I almost forgot to loot. And there's the Drakes. Alright. Okay, so that turned out pretty alright for us, actually. Funnily enough. And I think I'm going to. I still don't want to attack with this guy, unfortunately. Otherwise, this would be a free 3 damage, but I can't really risk that. I'm going to play an island here to make him potentially think our last card in hand here is Jace's Scrutiny or Just the Wind. Or a Mana Leak. It's a Mana Leak. You know what? Actually, a Mana Leak would be terrible here. The other cards would actually be better. I miss Mana Leak, though. Mana Leak will always have a very fond spot in my heart. Okay. The fact that we couldn't, like, that I did have to Explosive Apparatus, a quote-unquote real creature, though, does make this guy a little better. But, with this setup, I'm actually just going to start going in with the Drakes. Ghoulsteed is one of our better late-game draws, so. Silver Strike. Actually, well, you know, if he plays one more land, he can give them both double strike, and that's kind of bad, but even with double strike, the 2/2s can't get... Yeah, silver strike. Fucking hell. Alright. The 2/2s can't get through the Ghoul Seed. Well, do we still have a Macabre Waltz? We do still have a Macabre Waltz, so... That I will happily get back. And it's also relevant in the graveyard for the flying thing, just not as, really. But yeah, I don't know. Both these things just trade at best with Ghoul Steed, even with the double strike, so yeah. No attacks. Okay, I'm definitely hanging on to my lands here. I think 9, 11. There's 2 more in my graveyard. Okay. There's very few lands left in our deck. We almost have 2-to-1 spells to lands with. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. That's definitely coming back, but are we just dead? Because this is 4, 6 damage. Oh, now I think we're just dead. Oh, that's it. Man. Alright, well, we'll see if he forgets to give one of his guys double strike. But I don't think that's... All he has to do is double strike this guy and it's all over. Fuck. Oh, if we did not flood out as hard as we did, I think we would have easily won this game. But the flood is real. Alright. Oh. Okay. I guess that... Yeah, I guess he's just playing around, like, stuff he thinks we might have. But, joke's on you, we don't have anything. Ha Woo! Alright. Okay. Well, yeah, we kind of drawn all our power cards at that point anyways, so... I'm glad it was that close, but that's unfortunate. Round 2.